Hello YouTube. Today I actually need your help in helping me understand a little bit more about Titanfall 2. I know that this is pretty backwards in regards to how I normally do things on this channel, but you know what? I really could use some input from you guys. So in this video, I'm going to be posing to you all a handful of questions. Now, truth be told, I probably already know the answer to all of these questions, but I want to see what your responses are. I want to see what your feedback is. The idea here is that I want to put together a handful of documents that I can send off to a handful of different Respawn developers. The goal is that with your feedback and some of my helpful interpretation, or at least I hope it's helpful anyways, we can build a little bit better rapport between us as a community and the developers as well, the developers. So instead of always going on Reddit or the forums or whatever saying, oh my god, amped weapons are garbage or this or that, let's turn this into a positive and say, okay, time to kill feels bad. For what reasons do you feel time to kill feels bad? Is it because weapons are too powerful or this or that? So that's kind of where we're going with this. So without much further ado, let's get started. Question number one, as I already halfway asked you guys, time to kill. How do you currently feel about time to kill in Titanfall 2? Is it too fast or is it just right? How do you feel that it compares to Titanfall 1? Is it, faster than Titanfall 1? Is it equivalent to Titanfall 1? Is it slower than Titanfall 1? How do you feel that the times to kill between Titanfall 1 and Titanfall 2 compare? Whatever your answer may be, I also want to know what contributing factors you feel are part of this, right? So if you feel the times to kill in Titanfall 2 are too fast, why do you think they're too fast? Are weapons too powerful? Is aim assist too strong? Are ejection heights too low? Give me ideas based upon that, right? If you feel the time to kill in Titanfall 2 is too slow, why do you feel it is too slow? Just extrapolate. Give me your ideas here. I want to see why everyone thinks what they think about time to kill. Next up is going to be Titan drop times. I've seen a lot of feedback saying that they feel Titan drop times are far too slow. Why do you feel that they're too slow? Do you feel that there are not enough minions for you to kill? Do you feel that individual pilot kills are not contributing enough to your Titan timer? Do you feel that the overall decay of the bonus pool on your Titan timer, if you look in the bottom left corner of your screen right now, you're going to see a blue bar and then an orange bar extending out from that. That orange bar is what I'm going to call your bonus pool. That bonus pool decays over time, actually fairly quickly. Do you feel that decay rate is too quick? Just because I say that it decays fairly quickly, that does not inherently mean that it is too fast. That's just the word I use to describe it, so don't let that bias you. Do you feel that the decay rate of that is too fast, too slow? Okay. Just how do you feel about the overall build time of Titans, and why do you feel the way about it that you do? For our third question, I wanted to talk about boosts in general. So I don't really want to talk about their power level per se. I more so want to talk about the rapidity with which you acquire them. So amped weapons, I believe, are at 80% in the second patch of the tech test that we played before it was so rudely taken away from us. How do you guys feel about it being at 80%? Do you feel that that's too difficult to acquire or too easy to acquire? How do you feel about the fact that when you activate amped weapons, it does not consume your Titan timer for the amount that's required? It just simply activates. So once you hit 80%, you have amped weapons, and you have them forever. Whether you choose to use them immediately or not, you have amped weapons whenever you feel like using it. Do you feel that that is reasonable? Do you feel that being able to hold on to it for as long as you want is a good thing or a bad thing? I'm just giving you guys ideas here. I'm not trying to incept ideas or my personal beliefs into the question. I'm trying not to anyways, but what do you feel about the difficulty of acquiring and using your boosts within Titanfall 2? And question number 4, and if this comes off a little bit weirdly, I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to, down talk the community or anything, but how do you feel about the mobility system or the movement system in Titanfall 2 in its current state? I'm kind of hesitant to ask this question because I do feel a lot of players are not even close to the level that they need to be in order to properly evaluate it, but I know that the few of you guys that feel comfortable enough to answer this question, I probably already know you guys by name in the comments section, so I'll be taking your feedback very, very seriously here. But how do you feel about the movement system in its current state? How do you feel about slides and the decay of slides over time? So if you slide and then jump and try to slide again, for example, or you slide and then start sprinting and try to slide again, there is a decay period where your slide does not give you the full benefit. This is part of like the diminishing returns that bunny hops were giving, and that multiple wall runs chained were kind of giving. Not technically not, but they were making it very difficult to chain, as opposed to Titanfall 1's easy mode. Wall run chainings, things like that. How do you feel about the fundamentals of the movement system working right now? I'm going to leave this question very open-ended for you guys because I want it to come from you. I don't want this one to come from me and be incepted by me. And then the final question, and I kind of touched on this a little bit in the first one, I believe, but I kind of want to bring this out as its own one, and I think this is going to be the last question that I ask for right now. How do you currently feel about the ejection mechanics in Titanfall 2? And I guess kind of by extension the doomed mechanics as well, but I kind of want to cone this down just to the act of ejection itself. So in Titanfall 2, when you eject, you don't go anywhere near as high as you did in Titanfall 1. You are a much, much easier target because by being closer to the ground, you were therefore a little bit larger. You were therefore a little bit easier to hit with projectile weapons. I'm sure that getting goosers with tone in this game is going to be stupid easy compared to getting goosers with a 40 mil on any Titan in Titanfall 1. Like, just as one example, I personally feel that there may be a little bit of a problem with the ejection heights currently. And I'm wondering, what is everyone else's opinions on this? Is this something that you even noticed or really paid attention to? And if you haven't noticed it, then you haven't noticed it. But if you have noticed it, how do you feel about it? Do you think that there is a solution other than, well, I'll make ejection heights higher? Is there a better solution than that? Because like the way that maps are built and designed and the way that paths are carved into maps is very much so contingent upon the mobility options available to players. So the ejection height of pilots is very much so a calculated amount that is used when building maps, right? When building the heights of buildings and this and that. You know, I don't want to go too much into depth here because I don't really have to, but I'm not sure if making ejection heights higher is the correct answer. But do you guys feel that currently it's too easy to get goosers and that ejecting pilots are too easy to hit? Is this being contributed to by the fact that players are not eject strafing as much as they did in Titanfall 1 because they don't know about it, or they're not as good at it, or this or that? Or maybe eject strafing is just fundamentally not as good without stim. That may also be possible. What is your feedback here on the topic of ejection heights, on the ease of goosers and things of that nature? I'm very interested in your feedback on this topic as well. With all those out of the way, guys, those are the 5 questions I wanted to ask you for today. Maybe I will have more in the future, maybe I won't. I really have no idea. But I wanted to put this out there just to get your feedback, and I've already said it a million times. I don't need to say it again. Just thank you for your time and effort. If you choose to participate, I really appreciate each and every one of you. Even if you choose to only answer one of the questions, I don't really care. Or if you choose to answer none of them and you just want to come and read the comments, cool, be my guest. Thank you for spending your time here. I really appreciate it. I hope to have some more information and cool news and whatever for you guys very soon. No more streams for a little while just because I'm really busy with work and I'm in the process of trying to move and do all this other crazy stuff, so just I'm not going to be on Twitch too much, but I will put a YouTube video out here and there whenever I can, whenever I have something really, really, really cool to show you guys. But until next time, take care.